All right, team, we are live and good to go. I'm just going to get us live on our Facebook community. So we are on the e-commerce training ground on Facebook. So if you want to join us on Facebook, you can absolutely do that. We're going to go live in 3, 2, 1 on Facebook. Hey, everybody, dialing in from YouTube, dialing in from Facebook. We do this every week. This is a lot of fun. This is the session where I'm going to audit Shopify stores live, okay? Just going to quickly check in with my team that we are good to go. Team, we're going to write in our group chat that we are live. You guys can see me. That would be awesome. And for those of you that are following along at home, basically the way this works is I'm going to review stores live on this stream here. And we are going to go through and pick them apart and find out what you need to do to optimize your store to get more sales, okay? Awesome. So this is good. So we've got a couple of people that have already put their links into the comments on the stores that they want to be audited. So if you want your store audited, my team are going to be monitoring the comments. I'm going to be monitoring the comments, and we're going to go through and we're going to audit your store for you live on this call. We usually get around 3 to 5 different stores that we go through. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through step by step exactly what I look for when I audit an e-commerce store to help you get more sales. Now, for those of you that have just seeing me for the first time, that's me there, right? I run a company which is called the E-commerce Academy, and what we do is we help e-commerce founders optimize and grow their stores and really get the best from their stores. And we teach them everything from website optimization to ads to email marketing, everything that you need to know to grow a business that you love, to take your side hustle to full-time and take that full-time into a freedom business. It is super fun. I have just got to note that Facebook isn't working. So give me 1 sec, YouTube people. I'm just going to fix this again. Facebook is always funky when we try and do this. So I'm going to do it one more time, and we'll get going. In the meantime, while we're getting Facebook set up, write in the chat your store, the name of your store, because what we'll probably do is we'll get a chance to actually get that store up and audited. I think this is the last time I'm going to try Facebook because it is really frustrating on how it works. Okay, reading through the comments. Thank you guys for those that are coming through. Okay, let's try this last time on Facebook, and if not, you know what? We're just going to do YouTube because YouTube is where all the fun is. All right, live in Facebook now. It should be. Okay. Whether or not it is, it doesn't really matter. All right, guys, as I mentioned, this is our live stream on auditing Shopify stores. So if you do want your store audited, we've got a handful we're already going to do, but write it in the comment down below and we'll go through and audit your store. I'm going to go through the intro just quickly. If this is the first time we're meeting, I run the E-commerce Academy, which is this one here. We help people grow their stores from side hustle to full-time and full-time to freedom. And in this call, in this live session today, I'm going to be auditing stores and really taking you through what I look at when I determine whether a store is good or bad and determine whether or not, there's changes that you can make. And often we find 1 or 2 really simple changes that change people's stores almost instantly, and that's what we're going to go through today. So I've got my team monitoring the chat, so write your store in below if you want to have that audited, and we'll go through it, we'll do it, we'll screen share, we'll go through the stores together, and I'll give you tips that you can do on your store right now to make it better. So if you're on a Shopify store, make sure you put your comments down below. All right, team, I'm going to go through the list that we have. So we've got a few in here, and we'll go through the first one. And I'm just going to share my screen with you guys so you can see it. So the first store that we're going to look at is this one here, and this is called Wabisabi Mart. Okay, hopefully I got that right, Wabisabi Mart. So for those of you, if this is your first live stream that you're seeing me audit stores, the way we're going to do this is I'm going to pretend that I'm a customer and I'm going to go through a few signals that I look at to know whether this is going to work or not. So the first signal I look at is, do I know what you sell within the first 3 seconds of landing on this store? Yes, I think I do. Okay, so you're selling Japanese masks, okay, which, makes sense. So here we can see on the homepage, we can see a picture of the mask in the background. Because we're on desktop, it doesn't work very well. What I love to do is I love to move straight to mobile view so that we can see what most people see it as, right? So the majority of your viewers are going to come on mobile, right? Not as many people use desktops as they used to. In fact, about 80% of people now view on mobile, right? So we want to always look at the mobile devices. So on mobile, it looks a lot better. We can see the mask. Wabisabi, Mart makes sense. Japanese, no masks. Woodblock prints and art book. So it seems like you sell 3 things. So it looks like what you want me to do is click this. I'm going to click shop now. All right, straight into all items. Okay, what we want to do here is we want to change it a little bit. So we want to really focus on one product or collection on that homepage banner. So think about what your most popular thing is. If it's the mask, let's drive them to the masks page. Because right here, if I'm looking for the other things that you sell, whichever they were, it looks like it's all masks anyway, predominantly. Yeah, given that it's all masks, we basically should change this to be Japanese. If the term is called no masks or not masks, let's call that is like shop no masks. So people know exactly where they're going to, right? So we click shop masks now, and then here we get to Japanese masks page, and then we can write a little bit of a description about what these masks are. Okay, just so that people know. So these are really cool. The photography is not bad. I can definitely see what they are. We can see the pricing. Now, let's go through. I'm not sure if these are one-offs or not, whether they're unique or whether you get different ones, but let's go into the product. We see the mask here. You can see the Sanju mask. Okay. All right, so what we want to do here is you've driven me from homepage through to collection, which we should just tidy up a little bit and make people realize they're in the right spot rather than all items. They want to be on the masks page. Okay, so we're looking at masks. Then what I've done is I've just clicked the first product that I've seen that grabs my attention. So now that we're on the product page, what we want to look at is, are there the right signals that make me want to buy this thing? Okay, so I'm going to look at this, and I like the look of it, right? So I'm going to just go through and say, okay, is this good? What other images have we got? So this actual little layout is great. You've got lots of photos. Great, and a scale photo. This is great. So your photography, well done. That's a really good point. The only thing that you could do to elevate a little bit is maybe change the lighting or something. I think that's a future thing. I think otherwise this looks great. You've done a great job. Don't change anything there. Okay, let's see what's next. So we can just buy it. Okay, but you're convincing me with images, but I don't really know much more about it. Right, so let's see what else it tells me. Okay, traditional Japanese Sanju mask. Okay, Sanju is one of the characters. Okay, this is great. All right, this is awesome. This tells me all about it. So what I'd recommend is we create one of these as just a really clear paragraph, and I want you to put it underneath here, like the Sanju mask. So we call this the pitch. And the idea here is if someone sees the image and it grabs their attention, we now need to explain the image a little bit, or explain the product, explain what the product does for someone, or what transformation they get out of it. So in here we have Sanju mask. I would absolutely put a little description about this little character of the traditional mask, which is Sanju, is one of the characters of my pronunciation, the Bugaku dance of the victorious barbarians. So love that. Okay. Then you've got material and sizing condition. I can see you've sort of broken these out into these sort of gaps here. With this theme, looks like you're using probably Dawn, or maybe it looks like the Dawn theme. You can put collapsible rows in there just so that people can open it up and have a look at the information. So we definitely need what you've got there, traditional Japanese plaster and resin. But yeah, under here, a little description about it, and then underneath here we have the collapsible boxes. All right, the other thing, now I'm not sure whether or not this is a one-off item. Please note that lists are old and have been used. Okay, so these are original Japanese items. I think we need to really call that out. Like an original Japanese mask, is there an age? Like, is this really old? Like, do we know how old it is? Could we put in here like estimated 500 years old? One of one. So we want to really put in here some scarcity and exclusivity of this item. Like, there's only one of these made in the world. This is hundreds of years old, right? And then we sell it that way. I think that would make a big difference for you, because we've got a little bit of information around that. All masks are listed are old and have been used by Japanese people. This gives the items various weathering. So that's not a negative. That's a positive, right? So the condition is a positive. We're buying something that is old and used by Japanese people. We need to bring that to forefront. So people who are watching along that are trying to follow this with their own businesses, we want to work out what our unique value proposition is and why someone would buy from you versus someone else. The uniqueness of this mask is it's a one of a kind. People have worn it before. This is history. You're buying history. So you're not buying a mask. You're buying history. You're buying a story. So we want to really tell the story around these masks, okay? So that's the sales pitch. Now, the other thing, we just want to go through some signals. Now, obviously, it's a one-off product, so we can't do reviews, but what we could do is review the Wabisabi Mart page. So we definitely need some sort of reviews for the brand, Wabisabi Mart, so to have some social proof. And I'd love to see some photos of masks like this up on people's walls, right? We're going to try and show proof. The other thing we want to make sure is that it has some sort of, shipping policy or something like that. Like, how much is it going to cost us? Probably just do a little bit more detail around the shipping. So how much is shipping going to cost? What happens if if when it gets there, it's not what I like, so a returns policy, and maybe some sort of insurance given it's a delicate item, okay? So just be a little bit more clearer about that. Other than that, imagery looks great. Just double down on the history of the product, put out your unique value proposition that it's a one of a kind, and you can't buy these anywhere else. You're never going to get this anywhere else. And then now we just want to talk about like the logistics of, how long is it going to take me to get the thing? How much is it going to cost me? And what happens if something goes wrong? They're the other signals that are missing from that. Oh, and put the collapsible boxes so you don't have these big words, all the words on the page. We want to hide the words so that people can find it, okay? Hope that's helpful, Tim. That's a good one. I'm going to buy one of these masks. Does anyone agree? Cool. Loving the comments coming in. So if you're watching along, would love to know if you're following along on this, is there something you're learning that you could apply to your store? Like, what's one big thing that you've learned on this one here? Just write that in the comments down below, whether you're on Facebook or whether you are on our YouTube channel. Cool. Keep the stores coming in. I've got another one here. Let's have a look. And team, if you could make sure, my personal team, if you guys could make sure we're putting some URLs that I can review in our little private chat that we have here. All right, so the next store that we are going to audit is this one here. Okay, let's have a look. All right. This is called Tidformera. I'm getting a good test of like my pronunciation skills here. Right, Tidformera there. All right, let's do the same thing. What do we sell? What do we sell straight away? Okay, we sell a bullet journal, right? Interesting. Everything for bullet journaling and more. Okay, we have our own warehouse and we pack and ship directly on weekdays. Okay. I'm going to give you my first thoughts, unfiltered. So I know what you sell, a bullet journal. I don't personally know what a bullet journal is, but everything for bullet journaling and more is here. You don't really talk about what a bullet journal is here. So I want to give you guys a concept around marketing. There's sort of there's states that people buy from, right? And we call it the product awareness, the states of product awareness. There is someone who is unaware that a product exists, and then there's a person that's highly aware that a product exists that then you can buy it from. And they're two parts of a sort of a dimension, right? Highly unaware, don't know your product exists, don't know anything about you, or don't even know that style of product exists, and then there's the people that do. What we've got to make sure we're marketing for is all of those people at different parts of the funnel. So we want to make sure that if someone lands on your page and they're completely unaware of what your product does, then we need to talk to them. Whereas we look at this product page here, I need to know what a bullet journal is before I go any further. Because I'm like, I don't know what bullet journals are, but I know that you ship me bullet journals, so I now need to go digging and find out what is a bullet journal. So I'm going to click here and let's find out. Okay, excellent. So we got it here. So if bullet journals are your main thing that you're selling, I don't know if it is the main thing that you're selling. No, it's not. Bullet journals are just what you got on the homepage. Is that right, from what I can tell? Gifted notebooks. There's a lot of digging here. I just want to get to the page. How do I get to this? Okay. How do I get to it? Oh, down here. Ah, there you go. Look at that. So, we found a few things. All right. So there's a thing called let me take this through. Hopefully this is going to be helpful for you guys. So firstly, I land on the page. I only thought you sold bullet journals, but that's okay. You were driving me down the bullet journal page. The problem was that when we got to the page, I didn't really know. So here, welcome to this, and then we've got bullet journal, right? So from looking at this is all I know that you sell. So I would change this banner to be something, you know, we have the widest range of bullet journals and a picture of a bullet journal, and then maybe a little subheading on what a bullet journal is, okay? And then we shop bullet journals, and it takes it here, okay, which is nice. But, okay, and I can buy it here, right? This is not a bad page, right? But then we go into the pens, products we recommend. Look, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. But it's not great, okay? I have to do a lot of benefits of bullet journaling. So you're doing the sales page is fine. Add to cart. Okay, so I want to buy it now. Shipping calculator to checkout. So before I make a decision to add this to cart, you've convinced me that I need a bullet journal, but you're not convincing me that I need it from you, right? So why do I need to buy it from you? So, okay, this is the creator of the bullet journal. Is this you that's done that? No, I don't think it is. So we need to find out, why do I buy the bullet journal from you? So there's no reason unless it's the design and the style from you. So the reasons people would buy it from you are you're the only one that sells it, might be the thing. They're going to get it faster from you. They're going to get a better deal from you. But right now there's like, okay, buy the journal. Here's where I can buy it. Looks like it's the best price. So we need to call out why they should buy that from you. Okay. Second thing is, how much is it going to cost to ship? No one likes shipping shock. So I can't, from here it's like calculated at checkout. So I need to add it to cart to find that out, right? So there's that one there. Add to cart, and then a little notification comes up here. All right, we've got also look at. Let's go check out. Let's see what the cart's. Oh, it's not going to ship to me. I'm in Australia, so don't worry about that. But yeah, so we just need some more information around shipping that's missing off this page. Obviously, this is a landing page, so that makes sense. So let's go to the thing I noticed before. I'm going to go to mobile view. So firstly, the funnel from bullet page to the bullet, from bullet journal to the page is a little bit clunky. Okay, so I'd fix that. The second thing is the actual time to get to a product is really long. It feels like it's hard to find products on your store. So let me take you on the journey that someone would take. So let's just say I want to find notebooks and pens. Let's go notebooks, and I'm going to go dotted notebooks. And then I'm going to go art. So there's a lot of digging I got to do here. And then I get here, I see a notebook, but I don't see a product for a while. And I see all this, and the products aren't till down here. All right, so the goal here, and this is for everybody that's watching, okay? We want people to be able to see products pretty quickly so that they know they're on a product page. I was digging here, I couldn't find any products. And even when I got to related categories, I still didn't see anything, and I got to read more, and I still didn't see anything, and I had to find the product. So what I would do here is we've got to move these products up to the top of the page. I'd put them I want them to be almost at the scroll. So you want them to have them here, okay? So we would collapse this, or at least move this out of the way completely, and have the product straight away. We want to take people down the aisle of the store. Loving this side of thing here. The videos are great. It throws them through. Absolutely move. Related categories takes up way too much room, and the read more should always go at the bottom. Sorry, I realized I wasn't sharing the screen. So I'll do that again. So this image we can remove altogether if we don't need, because we want to see products first, okay? So I would collapse this so that people don't see all this part here, and we want to see, I'd remove that altogether, right? Or at least compact it so it's not as big, maybe make it horizontal scroll. And then the read more here, put that at the very bottom of the collection, because when you see a read more, it makes people feel like that they're at the bottom of the page. And I felt like that straight away. I didn't want to keep scrolling, all right? So I would move that to the bottom. So quick takeaway for this, need to see products quicker is the answer to that. All right, let's go to a product page. Let's go to this one here. Thank you to all the people that are commenting on YouTube. So for those of you if you're on Facebook watching along, make sure you jump over to YouTube. We've got comments there. For those of you on YouTube, make sure you jump into our Facebook group of the e-commerce training ground, and we can all become this amazing community together. All right, product page. So I've decided on this really cool looking notebook. Great product images. These are great. Oh, amazing. And it's a beautiful product. Love that. This is so good. Okay, so you're really selling me this product. These are great photos. It's got the little tag there. Okay, good product. Only thing is sizing, I'm not really sure how big it is. Maybe seeing a hand here. Okay, it's A6. Okay, not bad sizing. All right, that's fine. All right, this picture's good. Dotted notebook, Sonberg A6 from Archer. Notebook. Okay, very, very technical description here. What I'd love to know is what's the material of this, right? And so these descriptions that we put in here, should really outline. So if this is looks like it's a material leather. The paper is so a hard leatherette cover. All right, so we should write that here. Dotted notebook with leatherette cover with a songbird design. So speak more human in this one, right? People can go to the technical specs later, but we want to sell them the product. So and if that's embossed or something, I can't tell whether it is embossed. We should say that as well, right? So right now I'm still asking questions that I don't have answers to. So I think the 160 GSM paper and everything is all good, but let's put that down the bottom, right? I want you to think about this page being like, if someone sees something on a shelf, they're going to read it and be like, oh, it looks really good. And then they pick it up and turn it behind to find the detail. So above the scroll is the front of the packet. Below the scroll is the back of the packet is probably a good way to think about it. So this is all back of the packet information. We want front of the packet type stuff here. Leatherette notebook with embossed songbird pattern with, however many pages is in there, okay? And this beautiful sort of, I don't know what you call that, but it looks good. It's gold and it's shining. I like shiny things. Okay, this looks good. Same thing as before. We need to know how much shipping is. Let's have a look here. Okay, this is good. Yeah, okay, you've got shipping here. This is great. How much is this product? So this product ships, no, it doesn't ship free. But yeah, we just want to talk about like how much shipping is going to be. Flat rate, just would be like flat rate shipping if necessary there, okay? Dotted notebook, songbird. So you're just repeating that there. I would remove that out. I'll leave that in there, but just make this more of a pitch description. And now you've got all the specs. This is great. This is exactly where we want the specs. This is good. All right. This is not a bad page. So just fix the pitch up. I would also now add in something around returns and exchanges if it doesn't work. So what happens is if like this comes and it's damaged or I don't like it, what's the returns and exchanges policy on this one, and then the shipping policy and how fast it ships. I think you've got that there. We pack and ship at a fast pace on weekdays. Okay, this isn't too bad. But what we probably have is, instead of just the word shipping and deliveries, write fast shipping and dispatch, right? So people get that as a signal. I'd put that in there. And in stock, to in stock, that's really good. The other thing I would do here is that we were missing proof. So we're missing what's great about this product. So is there product reviews? Do we have real photos of it in people's hands? Is it made from a material that is, unique? So what we want to do is we want to elevate it with some sort of proof. Okay. But other than that, I think it's looking good. So for you, we've got a few things I want you to change. One is take people on a journey that's easy to find the product. That's number one, right? So we can see it's not easy to actually get to product here. So make it easy for them to find it and make them easy to know what it is that you sell. So right here, it's taken me a while. I can't see products until here. Move them up the page. Then when we're on the product page, give them a reason to buy from you now and remove any sort of barrier. So shipping is often a barrier in terms of cost. They need to know how much it is. And then how fast it's going to get delivered is something as well. And then the third thing, add some proof. So whether it's product reviews or brand reviews or user-generated content, we need to put that on there. And then the last one is if there's any sort of like refunds or returns policies that you need to put in there. All right, that was a good one. Thank you. Great product as well. Loving the products that we're looking at today. Okay, I had a few more come in on the comments on our YouTube channel as well as Facebook. So I'm just going to grab these ones from the team. All right, so these are the guys from my YouTube comments right now. So who have we got? I'm going to try and say your name if I've got it right. Oh, it's Dry Biz. Okay, we're going to do Zorbette or Zorbette. Well, let's do that one. Zorbette. Loving all the names today. Okay, so this is the one. Zorbette dry tab. So we're going to do a 3-second test. The 3-second test is, do I know what you sell? Food storage, moisture control made easy. All right, I think I know what you sell. All right, you sell those little things that you put in containers that remove the moisture. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it. This is cool. I like this. Dry tabs. Zorbette dry tabs. All right, I know what you sell. Okay, so I want to buy it. I'm clicking. I can't get it. I can't buy it. Right? Okay, let's try this one. Can I buy that? Okay. Quick one. So what I would do here is I know it's very hard to have a clickable video, but we want to make this whole piece here clickable, right? I've had to scroll down to find the button, and that one's there. So rather than have the price here, we would have like grab your or buy your or shop dry tabs now, right? I would do that, and I'd move that above here so it's above the scroll, so we see it here, and then I'd want to make this clickable so it takes you to the same page. All right, so that takes me where you want me to go. Okay, so Unsilica and Go Green dry tabs, Zorbette dry tabs, moisture absorbing fiber desiccants. Okay, so yeah, now you need to convince me to buy this, right? So you've got me here. Let's convince me. What does this thing do? All right, so we need a little piece of text in here that explains what this does in one sentence. So think about if you were standing in an elevator with someone and you had 5 floors you're going to go up. You get in the ground floor, you see they press number 5, and you needed to sell someone this product and tell them exactly what it was that it did. You need to do that in that 5 floors. So you've got about 1 paragraph to do that. So in here you want to have something like tabs that keep your cookies fresh, even without going moist or something for humid environments. I don't know, but we've got to pitch it into one thing. What's the outcome that's going to happen if someone buys this product from you? That needs to be set in stone here before we ask them to buy something, right? So do that. Now you've got lots of things where people need to make decisions on. If we can have a flat rate shipping or free shipping, absolutely do that here, or a speed of shipping. Okay, I probably wouldn't worry about putting this pay over time for such a low value order, right? It just adds noise to this page here. I would probably hide that. Like it's $14.95. You don't need this pay this type of, oh gosh, I've gone blank. Buy now, pay later. Sorry, type things. So I'd remove that. I would remove the ratings up to the top of here. So I'd put the ratings above. They are great. Colors are good. Why do I need a different color? Are they different? What do they do if they're different colors? That's something that you need to tell me why I want a different color, because I just thought this was a little silicone thing that goes in a bag. Why does it need to be a different color? I'm not sure. Okay, so we need to that. So now you're put something in front of me that I don't know. So now I've got like decision. I've got decision shock. Do I buy green or purple? I don't know. Is it just color because I like purple versus green, or does the color have a different activation? So that's now you've made me question my decision. So we've got to think about answering that question, right? If they both do the same thing, then we'd have choose the color that you love, right? Or choose, so we would give a reason for someone to choose that. All right, add to cart. We've got one here, buy with shop. All right, so a couple of things here is just to clean up space. If you can, put the quantity button next to the add to cart button or inside it, just to make that smaller. The buy with shop, I would remove that. Actually, let's see. Do you sell other products? Yeah, you sell other products. Okay, great, excellent. So let's remove that. So the reason we don't want that on here is we want people to buy more than one product. If we have this quick checkout button, it means people can only buy this. They just click that and they just buy that product by itself. This is fine for an Amazon store and things like that, but not for a Shopify store. On Shopify, we want people to buy more things. So if they were to click that, then it's going to go straight to checkout. Whereas if they click this, we have the opportunity to upsell, cross-sell, bundle things in. Right? And in your world, when you've got a product that's $14.95, we want them to buy more than one because we can't run ads. We can't do anything at $14.95. So a couple of things I would do for you here. Absolutely remove that button. What I would do is I would do multi-buys on here, right? So I would have, rather than just buy one item, what happens when you buy a pack of 2 or a pack of 4 or a pack of 6, right? We want people to buy more. And I'll give you a little example on our store. Okay, so we have a coffee store. And let me just go to the actual product itself. So we have a coffee store here. And what we do is our product is pretty low value, $29.95, but we want people to buy more than one. So we've got this multi-buys thing, and if you buy more, you save more, right? And we really push people to buy two or more, right? Because if they buy 2 or more, then they're spending with us $57 instead of $29.95, and we can afford to pay for ads then, right? So that's really what I want you to think about is how do we do multi-buys there? There's a couple of apps out there that you could do it. One that could work really well for you is called Kaching, Kaching. I'd give that one a shot. but your goal is to how to increase average order value. All right, otherwise, everything else is good. We're sort of talking through what it does. Oh, that's hard when I'm on mobile. You've got proof, you've got reviews, it's in stock. I'd probably, yeah, okay, this isn't bad. I'd probably just have a how to use the thing, right? How do you use it that I'd have in here? Like, it's great, but what do I use it for? What sort of food can it play with? You know, and I'd put a frequently asked questions on here, right? So right now I have a few questions like, is it safe for all types of food? Can I use it with fresh food? You know, how long does it last? All these questions. So you're missing frequently asked questions. All right. So let's go one last few things on this one. So you've got other ones here, dry tabs or dry tiles. Yeah, I think the same applies to this. Is we basically want, if you use the same format, so we create a format on this product here. And the reason I went to this one is this is the one you sold me to. The other thing I've just noticed is because these are in circles, I actually didn't realize you had more pictures here. I would make them square and just make them normal, right? Now this is very Amazon led. So I would make them just square and normal, and then I'd have them inside a container or a bag. It looks good in there. Okay, you've got them in those sorts of things there. All right. I would probably just have a few more photos of things that they can be used in, right? And real photos, not necessarily just renders like this, okay? So yeah, the format I want you to use for all your pages is we need to talk about why the product is important and why you need it in here. We need to remove any sort of questioning of like, am I buying the right one? So do I want green or purple? What are the differences? And if there is a difference, we need to explain it. I would have how it gets used, how to use it, and we need to have a frequently asked questions here. All right. Hopefully that's helpful. That was a good one, a cool little product. So, and then the other one is multi-buys. Absolutely. You want people to spend more than $14.95 with you, right? That's the big one. Hopefully that was a good one. That was a lot of fun. So we got through 3 stores today, which is great. But what I would love to do is make sure that if you want us to audit your store, join our e-commerce training ground on Facebook. So just go to Facebook, search e-commerce training ground and jump in there. And then what we'll do is you let us know which store it is. And throughout the week, we'll have a look at stores. We might do some live audits. Alternatively, I don't usually do this, but alternatively, we do have a program which is called the e-commerce Bootcamp. It's this one here, right? And this e-commerce Bootcamp is a place where you can learn everything to grow your e-commerce store really, really fast. Now, what we actually have on offer right now is if you join the e-commerce Bootcamp, I am going to do a free website audit for you guys. Right? So just like we did the audit here today, if you join the bootcamp, anyone that joins in the next, a couple of hours, I'll personally do a free website audit for you, right? I'll go through, just like I did now, I'll do a Loom recording, I'll go through detail, I'll pull it apart, and I'll give you the exact things you need to do to make your store better. So that's the e-commerce bootcamp. If my team could write in the chat a link to this bootcamp page, I'll leave this offer open, which is the free website audit and also the discount we have on there. But it's going to be super fun. You can join, get in there straight away, and as soon as you join, I'll do the audit for you. So that's the e-commerce bootcamp. If you can't find the link, it is under programs, e-commerce bootcamp, ecomacademy.co. All right, team. So it's a lot of fun. Looking forward to auditing stores. I'll be here same time next week. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to audit the stores. So if you want us to review your store, give you the tips on how to grow, it really just takes one little change and it's going to change your conversion rate overnight. Hopefully you found this useful, team. It's a lot of fun. Looking forward to jamming with you guys next week. Over and out. See you guys in the bootcamp.